Hi, welcome to Technology TV. This is the first video of the video series where I'll be describing about how you can become a good programmer, a better programmer than you are now. So, in this video, I'll be focusing more on students about how they can become a good programmer on one day. And in my part 2 and part 3 videos, I'll be describing about how software developers, software architects and even the higher levels can become even better. My part 2 video is in the link. Please check that out after watching this video. So, as for myself, I'm Johan Singer. I'm a senior software engineer as well as a CTO of two software companies. Right, let's get into the points. First thing first, your education. You know that if you are a college student, then you should do your level best to make sure that you are not missing out on your assignments plus your classes. Your education will do a huge impact on your level, on your career one day, and of course on your knowledge base. So do your level best not to miss out on your classes and your assignments, and make sure that you are doing your level best on succeeding them. Also, make sure that you are a knowledge hunter. If you have a question, if you have an issue about your studies, about your whatever allocated to you, you have two options. Option one is that you should wait until your lecturer, your teacher comes on next day and explain you what these things are. Option two is you can decide whether you should become a knowledge hunter, find the answers by yourself and resolve the problem. And the option 2 is the most important one, because whenever you are in the industry, you will realize that whenever you are depending too much on your colleague, it's kind of really hard, because that basically means that you cannot implement something completely by yourself, and that means your knowledge has something missing. So have this practice as a student, because you can't, it's really hard to have it when you are in the industry. You have to have it now as a student when you have less responsibility, right? So you do your level best on becoming a knowledge hunter, becoming more passionate and aggressive knowledge hunter, that you will hunt for the knowledge and gain whatever the thing that you have to gain to become more successful in your career. The other important thing is that stay positive. As a student, it's really easy for you to feel that you can't really make it happen to the next level. It has happened to most of us, right? So it even happened to me once. When I was in the first year of my college, I asked my lecturer, "Sir, I really doubt that whether I will be able to become someone like you." He asked me, "Why?" I told him, "Okay, let's see. Your code is perfect, you are coding so fast, and you have a very nice way of programming. His programming style." He told me, "Okay, it's pretty normal for students to feel like this from time to time. But the reality is, when you continue and when you are in the industry, one day you will either be like myself or you will become even better." And trust me, he is 100% correct. So stay positive always. Stay on focused on what you are doing. Become a knowledge hunter. Do your exams and you do your assignments very well. Becoming a software engineer is not a piece of cake. It involves a lot of responsibilities, lot of stressful situations, plus lot of sacrifices that you have to make. So make this sacrifice as a student, so you have some ease of mind when you are in the professional industry. The second thing is your final project. You know, whenever you are a college student, that you have to make a final project at your university. So make sure that your final project is something unique and really useful. This is something that we all see when we are hired new software engineers, fresh graduates to companies. We see that most of these new fresh graduates, new software engineers, they have followed the easy way. What is the easy way? Easy way is that doing the most common final year project. In where I live, the most common final year project is library management systems. You see library management systems in here, there and everywhere. Library management systems, right? So please don't do this. Because your final year project is a symbol as an indication which can describe you very clearly. It can tell us whether you are a knowledge hunter, whether you are passionate about doing something unique, whether you have the capability of researching and achieving something, plus whether you are just a copy and paste. Whenever you have selected the most common final year project as your final year project, what happens is that we get to know that you have selected the most easiest thing, because the common project is normally the most easiest thing, right? So don't do this. Instead, go for the most unique and research level applications if you can. In my case, my final year project was a research level application, and it involves it's a security system, a home security system which can be controlled by cameras, voice and emotions. So you have to be really unique on what your topic is for your final year project. So make sure your final year project is one of most unique applications that you can ever build, and this application you will be able to show to anyone in the future at any time. If you have done it, so great. But if you have just done the library management system or the most common project that in your area, what happens is that no one really cares. So because we all know this is okay, this guy also did this thing, that guy also did this, the last 100 guys also did that thing, okay, that's fine. But if you are unique, show that uniqueness through your final year project. Don't worry or don't think too much on taking a challenge, because one day the amount of challenges that you have taken will describe who you are. It will also make sure you are a very strong personality in the industry. Third thing, programming books plus e-learning. I have mentioned this very briefly in my first point as well. So, programming books and e-learning is one of the most important things for you as a student. The reason is, you know that all the knowledge that you can gain and you have to get are not provided by your college or your teachers, and it's pretty normal. It is like that in everywhere. You have to do your own work to find out more knowledge. So go hunt for these programming books and e-learning mechanisms, and you will be able to get additional knowledge, or you will be able to sharpen your existing knowledge, and that is really important. When selecting these books, magazines or these e-learning sites, resources, you can take advices from your seniors or from your colleagues that you have purchased the same. And of course, you don't have to purchase it all the time. There are a lot of free resources as well. Whenever you purchase these books, make sure that these books are understandable to you, to your knowledge level. What I am telling is that if you are a software beginner, if you are a first year student, and if you are purchasing a book written for software architects, then that might not be your best choice. Instead, you should purchase a book which is written for students, which is written for understanding a language, the core mechanism of a language, that language that you are following, just like that. Also, these e-learning courses, become more active on e-learning courses and free forums that you can find out on internet. These are really useful knowledge bases. So, become a knowledge hunter, purchase these books, read these e-learning mechanisms, e-learning resources, and improve your knowledge plus gain more knowledge as far as you can. And the knowledge you gain is not a waste at all. You know that the much knowledge you have, the much capable that you are gaining. Your capacity is bigger. So become that person. Learn by yourself. Fourth point, online QA sites. You know what I mean by online QA sites is that there are some websites out there which you can go and ask questions and get answers. Also the other way around is also possible. Like you can answer to questions asked by other people. So a couple of these sites are like Stack Overflow, Quora, CodeRanch, Tech Support Guide, and there are many other sites as well. So the importance is that as a student also, not as a student as well, as anyone, even a professional, you will come into situations that where you will face several coding problems and non-coding problems but related to software that you have to solve by yourself without asking from your teacher or maybe your colleague, right? And there are many of them, I can tell you now. So get used to these sites. Go and ask questions. Ask questions and learn. The people will answer. There are a lot of well-experienced professionals out there. Well-experienced professionals, right? So even if you are a professional, if you go and ask, okay, this is how I coded, so what's wrong? The people that who are well-experienced than you can come and tell you, okay, look, you have done this right, but this is not the exact way. So this is the best way of doing this. This is the most correct way. And you have disadvantages in the way you have followed. So you can get this information from people who are well experienced if you are engaged in these online QA sites. And this knowledge is coming from all around the world, right? So that means lot of knowledge. And the main important thing is that if you take Stack Overflow, if you ask a question, in most cases you will get answers within few minutes, and that's pretty awesome. You will be able to solve your problem. So one thing that we see, that interview boards see when hiring new fresh graduates, is that some of them are not really active on these platforms, and that's really bad. Because if you have been active on these platforms and if you are still continually active in these platforms, that's a clear indication which tells them that you are a self-learner plus a knowledge hunter. Because if you are not a self-learner, you just don't have to go and ask questions and learn, right? Just like that. So make sure that you are using these sites. It's really important as a student, as a professional. It's really important. And the knowledge is coming from everywhere. Well experienced people, well educated people, and you can make a lot of advantages. So also you have to have the clear understanding about which question to ask on what site. So if you go and ask some questions like how to make a text application or how to make a text editor, just that question in Stack Overflow, the chances are that you will get downvotes plus your question can be closed. But if you ask the same question on CodeRanch, the chances are that someone might really guide you. So if you are moving with Stack Overflow, make sure that you are asking questions by showing what you have already done, right? What you have done. Okay, this is my code, this is what I have done, this is my question, please answer, please help me out. Stack Overflow community will do that. Quora community, okay, this is my issue, please help me out, I need to learn this thing, please guide me. They will do it. So just like this, make sure that you are very well active on these platforms, and that is very important, because in some cases In some interviews, some interview boards might even ask for your Stack Overflow account, and they will need to know how much active you are on this platform, because that's a clear indication which tells them that you are very active about the up-to-date technologies, plus you are you are self-knowledge hunter, and you are a self-learner, and that's a very good thing for you as well, because you just can't wait weeks and months until someone come and teach you by sitting next to you. It's not gonna happen in industry, in most cases actually. Or else you should better not get into that position. So use these sites. Make sure that you are getting the best out of them. Make sure how to ask questions and how to get the correct answers. It will take some time. Right? It will take some time. At the beginning, you will ask some really non-professional questions, maybe. But with the time being, you will be fine. So use these sites, improve your knowledge, and gain additional knowledge as well. These sites will seriously help you. Final point. Learn to code by yourself. Okay, so what did I mean by learn to code by yourself? The most important reason why I'm telling this is because that we see when we hire people in, what we see is that some of them lack the ability of completing an entire application by themselves. They require the help of a team. That means you are missing out on something, and that means you were not a knowledge hunter. Maybe, but yeah, basically you are not a knowledge hunter, right? Because if you know how to do something by yourself, and that's a great plus for you. If you always require others' help or others' inspection on you about how you should do something, and that's a great disadvantage. So how you can become a self-coder, or how you can become someone that to code the entire thing, the entire application by yourself? Very simple. As a student, you will have several assignments to complete, and in most cases these assignments can be something very simple, just some classes, just some normal stuff in your first few years. What you can do is go and create applications, simple applications which will suit your knowledge level or bit more than that by yourself. Go and create these applications and make use of them, right? So create small games. Games in the sense not 3D applications like extremely complex games, but just some games, like normal games, maybe like a number game where you will show the numbers and user has to give the correct answer. If the correct answer is not provided, the application will calculate and say, okay, your answer is incorrect. Just an example. Make some applications by yourself and make sure that you can always code the entire thing by yourself. It is really important, because one day if you are assigned for a higher position, or if you have been allocated some more responsibilities, this skill, this talent will be really useful for you. So follow my advice on this. As a student, go and make applications by yourself, not just assignments that your university assigns to you. Just random applications, just go and do it, right? To do this, you need to have the passion, of course, and you have to have it anyway. So build the passion first. So go and create these applications, beautiful or not beautiful, it doesn't matter, you are a student yet, but go and create these things. Create some small games, create some applications for calculating your body weight or whatever. Go and create applications for small number games, maybe for kids. Go and create another application for storing your movie database information. Go and create applications which you can use for storing your contact details, your assignment information, your to-do list. Do these things as a student. You don't have to be perfect and industry level, beautiful looking nice UI applications. You don't have to make it like that. But you need to have the passion and the skill and the talent to do that. And when you are doing this, you are building yourself to go to the industry level, and that's really important. When I was a student, I also did the same. I did massive amount of applications. So in my computer, in my application folder, there was uncountable amount of applications. Uncountable in the sense, of course, I just can't scroll and count it. That's it. But it was huge amount of applications. This will make sure that you are a very passionate person and you are very talented on what you are doing. Right. So this is the end of the first part of my video series. I will see you in my second part with more information on how to be a good programmer. If you like my video and if you learned something, please make sure to like and subscribe. See you in next round.